When I see Rishi Sunak attempting to be down with it by appearing in PR tripe like this, by making out he's just like one of us.
It's Lee Anderson, Member of Parliament for Ashfield, and I'm joined by our brilliant PM, Mr Sunak, who's come to my old school today, and we're going to look at some headlines.
Yeah, well, let's have a look, see what we think.
I cast my mind back to this clip when Sunak awkwardly readjusts his statement mid-flow.
I have friends who are aristocrats, I have friends who are upper class, I have friends who are, working class, but I'm not working class. But I mix and match, and then I go to see kids from an inner city state school and tell them, to apply to Oxford and talk to them about people like me, and then I shock them at the end of chatting to them for half an hour and tell them I was at Winchester.
You talked a lot about your supposedly ordinary origins, your background. So why, when you were young, did you say you had no working class friends?
I mean, Andrew, we all say silly things when we're students.
It was sad to see in a video from his Oxford days the future Prime Minister saying he hadn't a single friend who was working class.
But I've talked about my background. My family, as you said, were welcomed here as migrants.
No, we know that. I feel I almost know them personally myself. I've heard so much about so it was just wrong when you said that.
I'm glad. I grew up working in my mum's pharmacy.
No, we know all that.
And he's not likely to make any soon, because while he sits on a personal fortune, he's refusing the reasonable demands of nurses, railway workers and many others, forced to take industrial action just to make ends meet.
I spent my time making sure that we served our community, and my parents worked incredibly hard to provide opportunities for me, and that's ultimately why I want to be Prime Minister, Andrew, because this country allowed my family to provide a better opportunity and future for me. And as Prime Minister, I want to do the same thing for everybody.
I just thought someone of their background is so humble as yours, why they didn't have working class friends, but let's move on.
Yeah, well, let's have a look, see what we think.
Click here if you want to see more of that awful interview between Rishi Sunak and Lee Anderson.